Hi guys, I'm going to show you the new mooring system that Bruce Davis did for the tender to show you how easy it is to get it off and on to its mooring spot. So the first thing you want to do is a bit of preparation. Check the lines here are all good, ready to go. And guys, when a knot forms in a line, undo it. There's too many knots in the painters for the tenders and things. That one's in there permanently, whatever. That's my little gripe. So the first thing you want to do, it's got a bow line and the white loop. So we're just going to move the bow line forward to get it out of the way and as a bit of a safety. So nice and loose. Bring it over here. So when it goes horribly wrong, at least the boat's attached there. Then we're going to see, we should have used the 360-degree camera. Come up this road. So the tender is moored or berthed, I don't know what it is, berthed on a continuous loop system which we can use to get slide forward and backwards. So when it's moored, all the ropes are on this cleat here and we can move them over that cleat there to get it further forward. The idea is you never untie any knots. So you're going to do this one initially, and that's putting a bit of slack on the front there. And we can pull this one in, pull it off here. And we've got the two loops here, and as I walk it over here, it pulls the boat forward. And I like to put it on through the hole here, because it is a little bit more secure. And eventually we can put that one on there as well to lift all the ropes out of the water. Now we're able to step onto the boat and move it forward to where we want it to be. The reed plate here, this is just a line to help us retrieve the lines. If you undo that, you can just throw that off. Come forward here. This one's been put through again. Nice safe way of doing it. Come off. I pull myself forward on this. I can get to this rope here, so I can walk through to the back of the boat. So at the moment, I'm just tied on by the bow line very loosely. Put it on there. Oops. Or not. There we go. You see the nose is going out. So I can just pull the nose in. If I was lucky, it would have gone there. And now we have the boat alongside. Here we go. So, to use this boat, you need the key. You need the key. Camera person has the key. First things first is you're going to have the battery power. Turning that around there gives you battery power. Normally there's a little lever here that you have to lift up, but it's jammed at the moment. So the engine's just sitting on its hydraulics. But check that lever here, can you see that? Check that lever's up. You can then lower the motor with the battery. Now if I was going solo, I would come in here and I would put this on. I'm actually not going anywhere, so I won't put this on, but that's what you do, flying solo. And you should also have this ready to attach to yourself. So if you go overboard with your solo, you can start the motor now with the key. The key is on the end here, goes up in there. The star's a little bit sluggish, it needs a couple turns. There. No, it didn't start, see? A bit more sluggish. There we go, now it's going. And of course, then you're driving, lines off, off you go. So to reverse the process, we're going to stop the motor, we're going to lift the motor out of the water.
And that's a little black lever on there that
Button
you're
here, I'm doing.
operating.
You're going to come back here. If this lever is mobile, which it's not, you'd put that down and rest the motor back down onto that little lever, but I can't move it, so that's a bit of maintenance that's needed. You're then going to remember that you don't take the key out, so the key comes out, the power comes out, it goes in your pocket and it doesn't go home, it goes back into the little locker around the side there. So I'm giving that to the camera person, it's very important. So now we're going to reverse the process and put it back onto the mooring, berth, whatever it is. I still have the bow line attached very loosely, although it's going to catch with the salability thing, so I'm just going to throw that in the water. So when it all goes horribly wrong, I still have at least that bow line to get it. I can turn that off, throw that at the camera person. And with this one here, the other thing is I should have probably tightened these lines up when it went out, so they're not sitting in the water. It's coming back, it's underwater there. You don't want to get that in your prop. So before leaving the dock, I should have tightened it up on that cleat over there to get it out of the water. So I'm just pulling myself backwards here.
Oh.
This guy goes on the rear, and I just do a couple of turns to the yellow light to hold it in place. This guy comes at the front. The way I like to do it to make it secure is to slide that forward, put it through here, pop it up around. I then do one last check, make sure everything's good. Fenders are away. I've got my bag. That's all locked off. Everything's good. I can then hop off. I'm gonna move the bow line back. Initially, I'll just do it loosely until the boat's in position. And if you like this video, remember to like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And our sponsor is a VPN. No? Oh, we should get sponsored by Surfshark or something. So now I'm just pulling the boat back. Up it goes. I put it through. And over. And I pull this one across, and that gets the line, pulls it a bit tight and gets the line out of the water. You can just go over the top. That way. If you're worried, you can put a couple of turns around that way to hold it in place. There you go. So the line's out of the water, the boat's nicely held. We're just going to go tidy up that bow line. Good to get that out of the water as well so it doesn't get too much duckweed. Just enough tension to get out of the water, I think, and start to back up. Make sure it's not a trip hazard. You get the other ones out of the water, make sure there's no knots in them. Not getting that knot out, unfortunately. There we go. Remember, you got to talk to Toity to learn how to drive the boat. And once you're in the tender service is a really good value. You take the boat out to, yourself in the self-drive, which we just did to Esprit. And of course, the tender service also gives you access to the races on the Fridays and weekends. All right, good sailing, bye.